Hi everyone, Salam Pancasila. My name is Leonard Putra Sainerbron, NPM 231227254 from IPMP Batch 23. Today we're going to do an interview about democracy. Democracy itself, stated by Abraham Lincoln, is something that is based on the people. Democracy is a government from the people, by the people, and for the people. There are some value of democracy. First of all, public participation, protection of minority rights, accountability, and transparency and legitimacy. Challenges in democracy, for example, is corruption, weak institution, and electoral integrity. So, our source person today is Christina. She is an international communication student from Faculty of Social and Politics. She is an alumni of St. Peter's High School in Pontianak, a student from the University of Atmajaya Yogyakarta, currently studying for a bachelor degree. Someone who is highly interested and passionate about communication science and individuality. An individual who is curious, critical, and creative, taking hobbies in writing and English debate. She has won many English speech competition and national school debating competitions. So there are 7 questions which will be provided by my friends. First of all by myself, Leonard Putra, Steinerbron, and then Dan Justin Ferdinand, NPM 231227253, Keisha Kalista Odelin Silugroho, 231227322, Hanseltashka Cho, 231527505, Graciela Natrias Titi Putri Sanjaya, 231227805. And this interview will help us understand the effect of democracy in Indonesia's elections of 2024 even further. So without further ado, let's begin.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina and I'm from the International Communications program and I am in the 2nd semester. I am also a student at the University of Atmajaya Yogyakarta.
What do you think about the democracy in Indonesia after the election?
After the election, I understand that people, including myself, are a little bit worried about Indonesia's democracy as the election results show that Prabowo, a former general with a questionable past, might be the next president. However, Indonesia has made progress in establishing democracy, even though there are still significant challenges and concerns about the democratic system.
What is the importance of democracy in Indonesia, especially when we have just faced election?
Democracy means that we as the citizens of Indonesia have a say in who we choose as our future leaders of our nation. Thus meaning we can ensure that the person we chose do their job as our leader. Democracy also ensures that our leader does not overtake the nation individualistically. With proper democracy and choosing the right person and choices for our nation, we will be able to maximize the progress and development of Indonesia's best future as a nation. For example, if we choose who we want as our leader, if they do not do their job as they say, we have the right to criticize and demand their promises. However, if we didn't choose that person, we do not have that right.
What do you think are some of the challenges that Indonesia will face in maintaining and strengthening its democracy system, especially after the recent elections?
Looking back at the former status quo of our nation with our President Jokowi, we can see that the main reason for challenges in this era is the euphoria of political freedom. The misuse of freedom leads to the disregardment of moral norms in our society, such as corruption, defamation, and also the violation of human rights. If Pancasila is used properly, I believe that these challenges and consequences can be minimized.
Do you think the democracy will be relevant in the future for Indonesia?
Of course, democracy is relevant in Indonesia's future. As citizens of Indonesia, our democracy represents our voice in choosing who we want for Indonesia's future. If we do not have democracy, we will not know and we won't be able to control what Indonesia's future will be like. Likewise, if we use our rights and maintain proper democracy, we will be able to choose and maintain the best choices for Indonesia's future as a nation. That is why democracy will always be relevant, especially for Indonesia's future.
What role do you think the checks and balances play in ensuring the effectiveness of a democratic system?
Like I mentioned before, with Indonesia's democracy system and our rights to choose our presidents, we have the right to demand our promises if they are not granted or disregarded. This role of checks and balances ensures the effectiveness of the democratic system by ensuring that no one person or group has too much power. And as a student, especially as the future generation, it is pivotal that we make sure that our needs as students and Indonesian citizens are fulfilled because it is our right.
In 2019, Jokowi succeeded in winning the election and running for his second period. On the other hand, Prabowo lost and finally Prabowo's supporters made a fuss. And in 2024, Prabowo managed to win by collaborating with Jokowi and making Gibran, Jokowi's son, as a vice president. Do you think the winnings of Prabowo and Gibran this year has anything to do or the effect from the 2019 fuss, knowing that we've seen Prabowo and Jokowi had met several times during the campaign this year?
In my opinion, this is an interesting question. However, Jokowi and Prabowo's repairment of their relationship, this outcome is expected. This is because although they have conflicted in the past, with Jokowi's son as the vice president, Jokowi and Prabowo will of course work together for their political power. However, it is our right as Indonesians to make sure that they do the right thing with their power.
After Prabowo and Gibran's victory this year, what do you think about the work program which provide the free lunches to students at school?
Looking at the quick count results now, although Prabowo and Gibran are winning the quick count, this is an interesting move made by the Prabowo and Gibran team. This is especially because they have not been officially inaugurated. However, we cannot disregard that it is a kind gesture and part of their promise towards the people. So we cannot judge that gesture for them team.
So, from this interview, we can conclude that, first of all, democracy in Indonesia is less relevant compared to the previous one. Second of all, there are some parties that misused the democracy to get the benefits for themselves. And third of all, as young generations, we are still able to fight for the relevance of democracy in the future. Overall, although democracy in Indonesia has lost some of its relevancies, we, as Gen Zs, can do something for our country. There are a lot of perspectives about Indonesia's democracy, and this video only contains one of many. In Christina's option, democracy in Indonesia is presented and has made progress for the nation. However, to her democracy, it is extremely important to implement, especially as students, for the positive development of Indonesia. That's all from us. I hope you enjoy our video and thank you. Salam Pancasila.
Okay guys, so that's all for our video. I hope this video will inspire you and will lead Indonesia to a better future.
Salam Pancasila. People, there are some value of democracy, inclusivity. Thank you for reminding me.
What? Masukin dulu dong.
Just cook mata tangan sampai gini. Tanganku sampai nonjok gitu.
Please guys.
Democracy from the people, by the people, for the people, but the people America. America. This is the one that said that she's a fucking Indian guy.